everyone, in this video we will solve another question of theory of competition. Let's move. So here is our second question, which says any string of terminals that can generated by the following context-free grammar. Here we have some production rules and terminals and non-terminals. The capital letters XY is our non-terminals and the small letters is our terminals. So there are four options for this question. First option says has at least one B, which means at least one B is generated by this CFG. Second option says should end in A with A, and C option says has no consecutive A or B. And fourth option says D option has at least two A's. So let's discuss each option for this question and select which is suitable for the CFG. First option says has at least one B. To generate a string with at least one B, we need to ensure that either X or Y can produce B. Looking at the production rules for X and Y, we see that both can indeed generate B. So any string generated by this CFG can contain at least one B. Let's see B option, should end in an A. This option says to ensure that the string ends in A, we need to focus on the production rules of Y because it's the only known terminal that can directly leads to terminals. Y has a production rule YB, but it doesn't have any rule directly leading to a hence. There is no guarantee that every string generated by this CFG will end in A. Let's see other options also. First, C option says has no consecutive A's or B. This requirement means no two adjacent terminals in the string should be the same. Looking at the production rules, both X and Y can produce strings with consecutive A's or B. For example, Y can produce AA or BB. Therefore, this CFG can generate strings with consecutive A's or B's. Option D has at least two A's. To ensure that the string has at least two A's, we need to ensure that both X and Y can produce A's. Looking at the production rules, X can produce A's and Y can also produce A's. Hence, any string generated by this CFG can indeed contain at least two A's. So, which is the suitable answer? So, the answer is D, has at least two A's. Explanation is that option D is correct because both X and Y can produce A's. Since there is no restrictions on the number of A's that can be generated, it's possible for the string to have at least two A's. The other options are incorrect based on the analysis provided above. So thank you so much for this video. We will meet in next question.